All right, so I have a lot of time these next couple of days to really work in and get this front cemetery up and running, because the plan is that this area is ready to go for Saturday for opening night. This year on my local haunt page, the Chicago Haunt Builders, I just listed myself as a display for the event in case that I don't get everything done in time, which is good for me if I'm being honest, because I did not want to worry about that sort of thing right now. So if I do end up getting the farm and other areas done, that would be good. Not much has been done in the past couple of weeks. You can kind of see up there though that the hotel sign is up minus the actual letters. I'm gonna wait on that just a little bit, maybe not until next weekend to get that done. But the plan is to work on the hotel in there. But right now, I'm working on getting all my remote stuff working. It's a little different with the layout this year. Unfortunately, my chain to the grave animatronic, his mouth stopped working right in front of my eyes the other day. So for now, I have the new 2024 tombstone lifter. He's in place, and it's also just because these are all new animatronics. I don't have to really worry about them that much, because I do have duplicates. I've got the original of that one, I have the original Gravedigger, and I just picked up a original model Spirit Creepy Caretaker. So that's the Party City variant. So these are all the modern, updated ones. So they should be better, just more durable, and just able to last a little longer. I also have the Guardian of the Grave back there. He's not hooked up to his fog machine just yet, but he is also wired into my Try Me remotes. And what's nice about these is that none of these require that stupid battery powered thing that I made a video on a few videos back, so I don't have to worry about that. But it is seemingly to work pretty well, and all this area is going to be this year is just a photo op. So you'll just be able to walk in here and take your picture or whatnot. Nothing too crazy. So it's just more of a display. There's going to be chains right here running up along. I got one of my control boxes hidden right there. I got to make sure that no one steps on that. That wouldn't be good. So we'll keep the pathway kind of small so that you can just kind of walk in here, take a look around, get up closer to some of the props. I have my pop-up zombie. He's going to be right here and whatnot. And then the Grim Graven Angel is going to be up there, of course. And we all know the rest. I did get an incandescent light right here for them, and it just does not look good. I'm not too happy with that right now. But I think I'm going to show you what we have working right now. So on my little wireless remote, you can kind of see it. All these props are going to activate on command. So you got those two. And for some reason right now, I've been having trouble getting the Guardian of the Grave working, which is kind of annoying. He kind of works sometimes and sometimes doesn't. I don't know what's up with that. I have to figure that out. Okay, quick update. It's still the same night. I've got some more lights up because some of the areas were a little dark. But this area is a lot more lit now, which it wasn't previously. So you can see the Guardian of the Grave a little better. Let me see. I think it's this one. He doesn't like to work all the time. It's really annoying for some reason. There, he's finally working. But he's going to be there with his fog machine. It'll look pretty cool on Halloween night and stuff. Moving over to this side, you have the two who were together last year. The scene is basically the same, but it's just moved backwards a little bit. They are connected as well, so there are those two. So same as last year, but just moves back. It looks kind of cool when like standing back at the entrance. They're kind of back a little more. It just makes it a little more eerie, I think, instead of all up front. The next problem is this section over here, which is really giving me a lot of trouble with what looks visually pleasing. I did want my witch, the Witch of Stolen Souls right here, which I think I showed previously, but I'm kind of reverting back to it. I think it might be better back off in the distance or something. It's kind of hard to know without the cemetery angel out here. And I'm also wondering if this is a bit of an eyesore as well, being where it is. But the point of it being there was that so the grave watcher were to take your attention away from the Mr. Dark, who's going to be hiding behind the monument right here. So we'll see how that works. I haven't brought him out yet. I'm hoping, like I said, that he hides behind here pretty well. I mean, this is probably around 4 feet tall if I'm standing up next to it. So I think he might hide pretty well behind it. And if he does, that's going to be awesome because it's not going to be suspected that he's going to be here. But right now, I think another thing is figuring out what he's going to be triggered with. I thought about beam sensors, or I thought about somehow making it so that he works off of my system and just have to run a cord all the way from back there all the way down here. That might be the strategy. We'll have to see. I got 2 slots opened on the wireless remote still, so potentially the pop-up zombie might get bypassed. He might just go on a beam sensor that where if someone walks like right here, he activates, maybe. I still want to get a light on the cemetery statue back there. I think he needs one. It's kind of dark over there and you can't really see him, so he needs a light. It's just this area that's really confusing me right now, but maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Tomorrow, my plans are to finish up all the physical aesthetics of this area. So I'm going to be doing that during the day. So I'm going to put up the chains here because remember, we're not like walking through here. It's just going to be a photo op. So there's going to be chains up and around. So like little kids don't start walking into the tombstones and tripping over wires and stuff and damaging my animatronics, most importantly. And then I also have got like ground breakers and just these little knickknacks of stuff like bones and like arms coming out of the ground to really just put in that last level of detail. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. And that's probably my most favorite part, to be honest. So I think I'm going to call it a night here with what I've done so far. And I'll come back to you with the next segment. I also still got to do the little skelly bone section. You know, I do the same thing every year and I'm happy with it, but I always just want to wish I could just change it up a little bit. I don't know. Part of me wants to like make it classical Halloween. I love corn stalks so much that it makes me want to just add some corn stalks right here. Just a few, nothing crazy, and then maybe a few just pumpkins, just for that classical Halloween vibe. It is now the next day. I just actually just came back from Glenn's Haunted Hallway. Shout out to him. That thing was awesome. A lot of his scene designing actually was somewhat inspiring to me. I think I talked about it a little bit in the video, but I definitely want to implement some of the things. It makes me want to do the farm area a lot more now. Some more motivation, but I'm back here and it's day and you can kind of see that I kind of moved some stuff around and I think it's for the better. Like I said, I did not like how that thing was right here and it was a bit of an eyesore, so I pushed it back. I think that's where it's going to go. I also moved back Cemetery Angel to be closer to those guys so that he actually can work with the system now, hopefully. And I just put up the gargoyle right here. I think that's going to look better. I think this is going to be a lot better as well, and I'll just throw in some tombstones to fill out this area a little bit. But I think this is the strategy that I'm going to go with. I'll just move these around a little bit and we'll get something going here. So I just got the Grim Graven Angel put up. I love this thing so much. I think I said this last year, but I really wish Spirit Halloween were to bring this one back. They brought back the Grave Watcher and they did that one pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. I think they could totally revamp him and basically do almost a reskin, because Grave Watcher is basically this thing. It's the same animation style, so a good reskin, this thing, I think would be a fair seller. Also, I put up the Cemetery Angel right here. I don't know if I showed you that already, but there he is. And looking at it from the perspective of the sidewalk, I think he actually works pretty well back there. He's kind of big, so he takes up some good amount of real estate wise, and he kind of sticks out because all this is dark gray and then you got light gray. And once night comes around, there's a light that's going to shine on him, and I think that's going to do pretty well as well. So I think in the last build video, I talked about a little bit about that tombstone rocker that I got. So this is the final product of it. My dad kind of went on the side quest project to make that work. And he basically hid the main mechanism in this foam base as like a base for the tombstone. And then you have the actual tombstone. This is just a generic one. He also added extra layer of foam just to make it a little more thick, but you can kind of see the back internals right here. And then I took it upon myself to get rid of the batteries and make it so that it can get plugged in to my 12-volt system. So I think the last thing to do is to figure out how you're gonna mount it in the ground. I might just use these plastic stakes. I'm not sure. I also have to figure out where it goes. All right, so it's the end of Friday night. It's the night before opening night. This is as far as I got for today. I'm pretty happy with everything that I got through. You can see that it's really starting to come alive. I have to say, all the lighting and stuff, I'm pretty happy with it. I wasn't too sure, like I said, on this area, but I'm pretty pleased with the end result and moving some things around. It kind of has that staging pattern to it. There's still a few issues though that I'm trying to figure out and iron out. So we do have Mr. Dark right here, and I think he's gonna stay. I thought that he would sit a little lower, but he doesn't. But at the same time, it's just dark right here. So he kind of is going to get sheltered a little because there's nothing shining on him. But I'm going to hook him up to my remote. I made a wire to run from him all the way to the box, which is all the way back by the house. So we'll be able to trigger him on command, and he's gonna definitely scare some people because he comes up pretty fast. This is the 2021 model, and I oiled all of his joints, so he's pretty fluent in how he comes up. He comes up very fast. So he's freshly lubricated, and he is good to go, and he's definitely gonna get some people. Moving on though, you can also see that I've got these floodlights up in the tree, and they are supposed to emulate moonlight. How ironic. On the pillars and such, to just give a blue overall haze over the entire yard to kind of tie it all together. And right here we have our Witch of Stolen Souls, who is another problem. I don't have any means of activating her. Her sensor is horrible, horrendous. So the idea is to either hopefully find a timer at a Spirit Halloween store and use that for her, or make her interactive and either get one of the activators out here, like the door knocker, maybe mount it here, or even maybe a step pad, as much as I don't want to do that. But she's kind of like right up in front. It could be an interactive thing, and I would think she would be okay with her working like a little more than just like on my activators, conservatively wise. Like if someone were to be stepping on it for a couple times, I think she would be okay. And then moving up, like I said, this area is going to be the photo op. So it's all chained up so you can walk in here. But what's cool about it, oh, and also there is the rocking tombstone. That looks pretty good. And I also like that zombie's face popping out. He kind of gets hit by the light. That's pretty good, but you can see the rocking tombstone. It works pretty well. I also added the jack-o'-lanterns all around. We have 5 of them spotted around the yard. I think it breaks up the blue and green a lot, and I really like that as well. I like this whole area right here the most, to be honest with you. I still got to add a light on to the cemetery statue, though. He still needs that. But if we walk up here, my pop-up zombie, you can kind of see like the strobe light, but the idea is that people might walk in here, turn around, get their pictures taken, and someone might just stand right far back enough to hit the trigger and trigger him and hopefully catch someone off guard. So we'll see with that. And then Grim Graven Angel is where he's been for the past several billion years, up on that monument, just kind of tying everything together, and I really like that. But that is where we're at right now, and hopefully tomorrow we have a successful opening night, and that will probably be the end of this haunt build video installment. Here, catch. That was pretty good. All right, it's opening night. I got basically everything up. I have to put up deadlift still, but I'll do that probably right after I finish filming this shot. I don't really know where I left off, but all I can say is that I'm pretty happy with how everything is looking so far. Everything's basically wired in. I got him his little Try-Me cord. The fog machines are in good shape. Everything looks like it's in good shape here. I got one of the timers for her. I have her on like every 4 minutes, I think. 2 minutes. We'll see if it works. But overall, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this has all turned out. Everything seems to be in top shape. What else was a problem? I had to fix one of the plugs for this box over here. Got yanked out a couple nights ago or so. But while opening night is tonight, I don't really expect that many people to come out. Hopefully. It's funny I say that, but I'm hoping to really get some work done on the hotel area. I picked up some other things, but I'm not going to really talk about that for that video just yet, because that is not the focus of this video. It is this. So I will come back to you with a nighttime little overview of everything that we've covered, and hopefully everything goes well, fingers crossed. All right, follow up. Everything's powered on. Everything looks to be working well. Here's Mr. Dark. This is good. Skelly Bones, Witch of Stolen Souls. Moving along, you got these guys, and they all work as well. There we go. So there's Deadlift, the Reaper, and Cemetery Angel. And then we walk up here, you got Pop-Up Zombie. So that's all working good, grand. And this side's the only side I've been having some trouble with, so he is on C. So he worked, and this one sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. It's really annoying. And then the Tombstone Lifter right here. So it's pretty good. We're going pretty good. So I'll do one last shot at night. Here is everything that is set up for the front yard this year. I'm pretty happy with it. You can see a Grave Watcher back there. Mr. Dark kind of hides in here. I'm really happy with that. The gargoyle looks pretty well lit too, right down here. And I love the jack-o'-lanterns breaking up the lighting a little bit out here. Here is the Witch of Stolen Souls. We've seen a lot of this already, but it's kind of just trying to see it all together as one. We have Grim Graven Angel up there. Always looks amazing up on that monument. Maybe add some more lights. I know I said I was going to add a light to him, but I just never got to it. But I might do that because he's kind of blended in the back. You can't see him at all. And this area back here needs something. I'll probably put up the Headless Horseman for like Halloween night and stuff. But other than that, I am pretty happy, I have to say, with how this all went this year. You can see these guys. All looks pretty good. But there is the whole front yard cemetery display. I hope you enjoyed this and the last haunt build video for this little section. Like I said, there's a lot more to do. It's just a matter of if I'm going to have time to do it. But that is all from me. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.